All right, Huber.
Yo.
It's Gamescom.
It is. Already.
Here we go.
Crazy.
And we are at Gamescom right now as you're watching this.
On my birthday. Let's go. Happy birthday to me.
But what weird thing is I got to play the Capcom Gamescom lineup early.
What is that? What is this?
You're playing it at the show because you were out at a thing in New York.
Yeah.
So you're out of town. So I was
Yeah.
like, crap. Is there any way we could do this on another day? And they couldn't. They've only had the day while you were flying back. So.
Fair play, blood.
But I played the Capcom games. I played Onimusha.
God damn it.
I played Pragmata. And I played Resident Evil Requiem. So we're going to talk about them in order. Onimusha, Way of the Sword up first.
Hell yeah. God, it looks good.
Yeah, quick little 10 to 15 minute demo somewhere in there.
Okay. Just to get a taste.
Just to get a taste, get a feel for mechanics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just to feel the kills.
Yeah.
Feel the controls. How did it feel, blood?
It feels good. It is definitely like... Yeah, it's definitely its own thing. Like, it's neither like a Devil May Cry or like a Soulsy kind of thing either way.
Great.
What was funny, though, was like before we even got started, like they were like, you know, here's the control sheet because there's like, you know, there's 4 parries. So, like,
4 parries.
So you get, you know, but so they also say it's like you'll have time to like run back and, you know, do it a second time once you get the mechanics down.
Well, I
play.
love the like behind the back like shit, right? Can't you like
that I haven't done yet.
Okay.
So, but anyways, yeah. So they had like some like sword guys and some bow guys and some like flying head dudes and then some lizard men and stuff like that. But basically, you've got like a horizontal attack, I think, and then like a vertical attack, and then you've got your block button is the L button.
Great.
And then, you know, if you block at the right time, then you'll get a parry. The thing that I did not realize until I was going through the footage, because I just thought it was like, oh, there's a parry, and then like once in a while I'd get the perfect parry or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But actually what it was is that there is this blue meter, which I think is probably called the blaze meter or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Blaze up.
And when you get a parry right, it like fills up that meter.
Oh, okay.
And when you get hit, then that meter goes back down.
Oh.
And so when that meter's all the way full and you get a parry, the parry has this like big spark, like really bright flash. And you go into this blaze mode where there's like blue flames on your sword and then like you can just like rip through guys really quickly.
Cool.
And then one of the other things is that they have like a stamina bar so that you can break their stamina and then just like immediately just like stab them or decapitate them or whatever like that. Sometimes...
So once that meter's all the way down, the next attack just like is a KO.
They're basically stunned, yeah. And I think one thing that I saw too is that if you can get like 2 guys stunned at the same time, you can like kind of chain those together a little bit. Like you take one guy down and then you see like the prompt to hit the
Ninja
other guy.
Gaiden Rage Bound. No. Shinobi.
And then there were times too where I'm not sure like what triggers, because sometimes I would see like the square button icon to like stab a guy, but other times there would be like a triangle plus circle. And the one time that I did the triangle plus circle, he just like grabbed the guy and like smashed him on his knee.
Awesome.
So that was fun. And then you can parry arrows as well. I was trying to like knock them back at a guy, but I wasn't able to pull that off.
So just L1, just right at the right time is parry?
Yeah.
Got it.
But then a little bit later in the demo, they introduced deflect. And so then it's L1 plus X, and then you kind of like knock the guy back and kind of put him in a stun state so that you can deflect and then follow up like that.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure like what the advantages, disadvantages, the differences really are there.
Yeah.
But there's a different animation for sure. So it's like with the parry, like usually you kind of like push them off to the side and then can backstab them, whereas the deflect, it was more like you push back forward.
Do they knock down, like fall over, or?
I didn't have anyone like completely fall over like that. And then the third or fourth, I guess, parry, I did not get until the second run. and I only got it like one time because I think the timing on it is super super tight.
Perfect
And
parry.
and the thing is the demo doesn't even teach you this. It was only because I read it off the card after I played the first time.
Yeah.
And I think it's called like an Isen.
Oh, yeah, the classic.
And so if basically instead of hitting the block, if you hit your
Attack right at the last second.
right at the last second.
That's in the older Onimusha games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then when I actually got it, what you do is you kind of like sidestep a little bit.
Yeah.
You like just get right out of the way and then you slash right through them.
So sick.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Super hard to pull off.
Definitely.
But,
Even
yeah.
in the originals, it was like, this is random every time. I'm never going to get this when I try.
Yeah.
It would just happen.
About midway through the demo, there's this part where like there's like this kind of like foggy, shady like bubble or whatever, and then like using the Oni gauntlet, you kind of get this vision of like all of the villagers or whatever passing through, and then there's like a woman's spirit in the Oni gauntlet, and like Musashi was like arguing with her.
Talking shit. I remember that from the game or the Summer Game Fest trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was funny though because it's like I guess like usually like she's not available to just talk to, and he's like, oh, now you can talk or whatever, and then she's like, oh, but I can leave whenever I want. Bye. And I'm like, what's I don't know.
Funny.
There's some interaction going on there, but it was a little lighthearted. It was nice.
I love that. Give a little levity.
Yeah.
Because that game is dark and bleak and depressing.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then the thing I showed you that was like, this is like South of Midnight. You get, from that moment, you get Oni vision, where like I think it's like L2 plus R2, and then you can like see things in the spirit world. And so the gate was like blocked off, and there were like these threads that were like funneling back down to like this like crazy like spider hand looking thing. And once you killed the spider hand thing, then the threads opened up and you could go through to the next area.
Got it.
Some other
like mini boss or just a regular.
No, it was just like
a prompt, like kill.
Yeah, it was just a thing to attack. Yeah,
got it.
It didn't really attack or anything.
Got it.
Then the next area was like where he had some of those like those floaty head guys. I didn't actually see them. Oh yeah, so this is something I didn't talk about. I think this demo is tuned for people to get through the demo at Gamescom.
Oh, 100%.
It is like
normal is so easy nowadays. It's crazy.
It felt. It's not just that it was easy, Hubert. It was like enemies just were not aggressive.
Yeah, normal.
They
normal
were just
does
like
not want you
standing
to die.
there, like because I wanted to practice the parries and stuff.
Yeah.
And I like would walk up to guys and like, are you gonna attack me? You want to attack? You want to attack me? Like, and they would just kind of stand there sometimes.
Totally.
And the same thing with like the flying head guys. I didn't see like their real attack until like my second run.
Crazy.
Because the first run I was just like walking up and slashing through them, walking up, slashing through them.
Totally.
So we'll see. Like I have my doubts that that's even like what normal is going to be like on the final game.
Dude, I don't know if you remember, but like me and Ben Moore used to get in such heated arguments because of Devil May Cry 5 originally launching with only normal difficulty. You had to unlock other difficulties, and normal on that was so easy that it legitimately ruined the experience for me because it was that exact same thing, Blood, and that makes me nervous because it's Capcom. So like, will that be a thing? Will they have hard right out of the gate? I hope so.
It could also just be like starting level tutorials. They'll ramp it up the next level,
For sure.
And start getting more complex.
For sure.
Because one of the other
like, you can cater to like every kind of player, like make games accessible and easy, but please also on my end, like make them harder. I like a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because one of the other things that I have, because you talk about like, when it's too easy, like you don't really get to dig in mechanics.
Yeah.
Because you also have a dodge button.
Yeah. You didn't even need to use it.
I had no idea why I would want to dodge instead of parry.
Yeah.
And so dodging wasn't even something I played around with till my second run. It was like, okay, how does the dodging work? Because you could do like this little shadow step thing. And I did it sometimes on my second run through the demo, but again, like, why would I do this?
Yeah.
Right. So
maybe the window is like way
Yeah.
easier. So on hard, when you're really going for the
yeah, when
parries,
you're getting
you get
into more
punished.
difficult enemies and stuff.
it's like, oh, just dodge away. Because like,
Yeah.
Even in Souls, it'll be like, oh, let me just dodge. Yeah. For sure.
They're like these kind of lizardy, like metal kind of guys that were like had like they were spinning around like tops, And when you parry them, it was nice because like they would kind of like spin out and like whoa, like they were dizzy. And then there were stealth kills. So there were a couple of guys there that gave you the opportunity to get up, sneak behind them, and just like get them in one go. And the other thing I saw was there was like a cart that you could just like shove into like a couple of enemies and take them out that way.
Classic, just like the originals. Yeah, you would like throw a thing down or whatever, a big cart, you'd push it down and clear a bunch of enemies. Yeah, I love that stuff. And
then it ends with the boss fight with the guy we saw in the trailers.
Your rival, your anime rival.
Yeah, because they've got an Oni gauntlet as well. Sasaki Ganryu.
It's the most anime thing, dude. My goodness.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, the duel feels like a straight-up legit duel. Like, it was really cool. Yeah. It wasn't very hard, but it was, like, when you got a parry off on him, it felt really nice. And there's a lot of cool animations and, like, him, coming from, like, all different sides and stuff.
Yeah.
But there, when you break the boss's stamina, you kind of get, like...
a visceral attack.
Yeah, but no, you get like a kind of like a quick time event kind of thing where you can choose what part of their body to target.
Right. I remember that a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it was like if red icon will do more damage, purple icon will give you more souls.
Totally.
Yeah. Oh, and then the one other.
So if you're behind, you're on death's door. It's like, I'm gonna play it safe, get the health.
Yeah.
Get the souls.
Yeah. So
versus like, I'm punishing him. I'm just gonna go for the kill. That's cool.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So. I like that.
The other thing I forgot that there was another like special attack. There's like a yellow icon that pops up in the second half that gives you yellow souls, which are health.
Got it.
And there's like little health pickups and stuff along the way too, like these berries that will give you a chunk of health, and then these other things that will like gradually regen.
Yeah.
But
inventory? Did you get to see the inventory at all?
Not beyond that. It was just those quick little pocket items that you hit like up or down on the D-pad basically.
Cool.
So.
Cool. Yeah, inventory management in the originals was a big deal because games were just weirder back then. Mm-hmm. So you could get into situations, Blood, where you have like no healing items and you're on a boss. And it's like, ooh, this is actually
it was
pretty tough.
Limited.
Yeah.
Like I think you could only have like 3 or 4 berries in your pouch at a time.
Nice.
So cool. When you come across those spots where there's some berries growing, it's like, okay, top myself up first and then grab as many as I can because who knows when you'll see some again.
There you are. All better.
Next up was Pragmata.
Dude, so hyped, man. God. Did you play any more than at Summer Game Fest?
Yeah, so it's basically the same demo but a little bit longer.
Check out our Summer Game Fest Pragmata footage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I've got footage of all these in here.
Our interview
fresh footage.
Impressions, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So Pragmata, if you're not aware, you are this dude that goes up to the moon. The moon has been taken over by the robots, and you have this android, Diana, who looks like a little girl on your back, hacking the robots so you can shoot them.
Such a cool
and
game.
do damage. And so, like I said, this is basically the same demo. I think because I had more time with it, I kind of explored the edges a little bit more. I found there's more hacking nodes where you can like shut off lasers or like raise and lower platforms and stuff like that. But basically the way this works is when you aim at an enemy, you also have like a hacking grid that pops up. And so then you use the face buttons to kind of like snake your way through the grid and
in real time.
Yeah, while the enemy's coming at you. And if the enemy gets close enough, then they're going to hit you. They're going to slap you in the face. But if you hack through enough things, like the more spots you go through, because there's like ones that are like blue icons, and others that are, there's like an endpoint. So you can just get to the endpoint and open them up, and then you'll do more damage with your gun. But if you hit those other nodes along the way, then you'll immediately hit them with damage.
I'm very optimistic about this game, Blood. It felt so incredible when I played for 10 minutes at Summer Game Fest. Everything about it, man, it felt polished. It felt high budget. It felt original.
Yeah.
I really like the hacking mechanics. Everything about this game, Blood, I am 10 out of 10 hyped.
And then the other like kind of environmental hacks have like different systems. Like they each have their own. So, like there were locks had kind of things where you had to hit them in sequence, and then the optional ones had their own little things where you're like kind of like cycling like a puzzle piece, and you had to like get all of them to lock in.
That's fun.
But it was nice to like do things like shut off the lasers and stuff.
Yeah, so satisfying. So satisfying.
And then you can hold the jump button to like have this like little hover over things. And then there's basically like these elevator rails that you can like slide up to higher ground. And those are really, that's a fun animation, a fun feel because it's like sparking and stuff as you grab onto the rail.
Sick.
But there's a spot, and I found this in the demo before. But there's a spot where you like go up this rail up to this higher floor, and there's like basically an illusory wall, where the wall is just a hologram, and you get in there, and there's like a bunch of resources because your weapons, other than your pistol, is just kind of like an infinite, like
unlimited pistol, yes, dude,
but it's not like
freaking shotgun, bro.
But it's not like fully unlimited. It's like you get a clip of like 6 shots at a time, and then it sort of refreshes.
Yeah.
So you do kind of have to pay attention. Like
it's on a cooldown.
Maybe fire a couple of rounds to like go back to 6 shots.
Totally.
When you have a chance. But then when you pick up a shotgun, it's you get like maybe 4 shots on it, and then you've got to pick up another shotgun to use another one.
It's like a Minority Report shotgun vibes.
Yeah, because it's really nice when you hack a guy and then you pull that shotgun out.
Yeah, dude. This game is dude, blood, I'm so hyped for Pragmata, man.
And then the third weapon we saw was it's like a stasis net, so it puts this big yellow bubble.
Sick.
To slow.
I don't know if I saw that in.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so like basically up on the D-pad was the pistol, left is the shotgun, right is the stasis net.
Shit. Yeah, I don't remember the net.
Yeah, so it just basically puts a big bubble on the field.
Cyrax.
So while enemies are in the bubble, they're slowed down, gives you more time to hack.
Cool.
But there was like a kind of a like old school elevator thing. Fight a bunch of guys on the elevator while you're going up.
The assignment.
And then the boss,
finally got to fight.
I got to fight the boss this time.
They teased us at Summer Game Fest, everyone. We got to the boss, and they literally tapped us on the shoulder, like, "Nope, can't do that.
Can't do the boss.
You're done."
It's so silly.
No,
it's so silly.
Let me kill it.
But anyways, so I did fight the boss.
How was the hacking on the boss? That was my number one question.
It was definitely. I don't know why, because when I watched the footage, it was pretty obvious when it was hacked. But when I was doing it, I think because there was just so much more chaos.
Yeah.
There was like, is it hacked or is it not hacked? It was like, I felt like I couldn't tell.
Oh.
But then when I watched back over it, I was like, no, it's like clearly blue and opened up and everything. So
you were just like a little in the moment. Like, geez, gotta avoid this stuff. And
yeah. So I don't know why it like struck me as being weird the first time.
That's half the fun, is doing all that stuff under pressure. You're like, it's attacking me.
But anyways, so it's this big kind of like muscly, I don't know if you want to call it, like
vibe,
Hulkbuster, kind of like those guys from RoboCop kind of looking things, the two-legged walker coming at you.
Oh, say P!
And there would be like all of these AoEs from where it would like launch missiles down at you. And then it would do it did this one attack where they introduced the overdrive mechanic, towards like it was launching like a whole pile of missiles straight at you, and then Diana was like, "Wait, I got this!" And then you hit like both sticks, and she blasted them all back at him.
Cool.
But that basically introduces the new mechanic, which when your meter fills up, she can do the overdrive, and in non-boss situations, what it does is it will basically open up all of the robots around you.
Whoa.
It's basically hack everybody at once.
AoE hack.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. The thing though with the boss, he's got a nice red canister on his back.
Oh.
So
weak point.
Yeah. So I was just like, that's why I was like, I wasn't even that concerned about hacking, because I'm like, I was gonna keep blasting this red canister.
Totally.
But then you're like, again, dodging all the AoEs and everything like that. Yeah. So. Definitely felt a little bit more pressure on him, but nothing too out of the ordinary. So we'll see where it goes from there.
So pumped. Bloodworth. I'm so excited. New IP, dude, from Capcom, man. That's an exciting prospect.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
And now, Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil Requiem. Gotta play it. It's probably what you saw because I didn't get the presentation.
Yeah, at Summer Game Fest, the elitists that got to play.
There were a couple people got to play. That's right.
Yeah, they said it was just what we saw.
Yeah.
So
it starts off with Grace, right?
Yeah.
She's that scene from the trailer where she's like hanging upside down and they're like drawing her blood and everything.
Mm-hmm. Grace Ashcroft.
So you have this like really like brutal scene where like she's working her way like out of that and like
some hostile vibes.
She's like knocking over the IV and then like taking the broken glass and like using it to cut herself out. And
Directed by Eli Roth.
And there's a nice little note there, like detailing her medical procedures and stuff. And then like I even asked them afterwards, like, so about when does this take place? And like they wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, because they're saving the like gray bearded Leon reveal. Yeah, they don't want to tell you. They don't want to be like, it's 10 years after Village.
Oh, I don't mean that. I mean like within the scope of the game. Like, is this the beginning of the game? Like, where is this? When is this happening? And like they wouldn't give me any kind of context whatsoever.
Yeah, no way.
But yeah, so like you're in what's like in some parts of it feels kind of like a mansion like in Resident Evil Village, but in other parts it feels like a little bit more like industrial, like a hospital. So it's like maybe like old school, like asylum kind of hospital kind of vibes.
Totally.
But anyway, so I'm fumbling around. First thing I notice, light switches.
Yeah, of course.
It's like there's a lamp, there's a light switch on the wall. I can flip the lights on and off. I'm like, okay, that's interesting that's a thing that I can do, right?
Yeah.
And then you start going down the hallway, and it is like super dark, like pitch black. There's one little spot that's got like some red lights coming through with some nice mood lighting, and in there is like you find another light switch. I'm like, okay, open it up, and okay, locked door. Okay, go around the corner. There's a like one of those gates like you get at like the mall or something, like the metal things that like they've got to raise up.
Totally.
So, and there's a fuse box.
Classic.
So you need a fuse.
Crank, wheel.
Exactly.
Of course.
Okay, so can't go through there yet. Got it. Then the key is there. So go into that room and then you find the fuse. But, well, you need a screwdriver to get that fuse out.
Screwdriver, wrench. Come on now.
One thing after another.
Yeah.
But in there you get a lighter. So now you can light your way through the dark, work your way around, and then open the door, and this body comes out, clearly infected or whatever.
Yeah.
But then out of nowhere, big monster woman,
insane,
massive teeth.
If
just bites this thing's head off, just bites the corpse's head off.
Resident Evil, historically, some of the best creature and monster design of all time, man. They would make Guillermo del Toro himself jealous. Like, this thing, freak show, blood.
Yeah.
Freak show.
Such a freak show.
God.
So then I'm like trying to figure out, okay, it's like I gotta find this screwdriver. I've got to stay away from this thing.
Yeah.
You can hear it shuffling around.
Creep.
And then like
I love that it's so big and gigantic, but also like weirdly nimble and like, it can like just kind of float around. Freak.
And then one of the things that you learn like when you run is that it hates the light. So it's like you run back into one of those rooms, that first room, and it like comes in and it's like its face starts melting a little bit. It's like, oh no.
Sick.
And then it like goes up into like some hole in the ceiling.
Classic
like, okay.
Xenomorph.
Yeah, very much like Alien.
Mm-hmm.
Alien
and 3.
So all right, so then I was like, go back where the body was, keep trying to explore in there now that the monster's gone. And, you know, it's like, okay, I'm opening drawers and stuff, and this is like metal cabinets, and you hear the squeaking, and you're like, oh, am I making too much noise? And you see like stuff on the ground, and you walk over and crunch, crunch, crunch. And then there's a cabinet that you can see that you can open, but there's like this cart in the way. You start pushing this cart, stuff starts falling off. I'm like, oh crap, I'm making way too much noise.
Yeah.
And then
that's so nerve-wracking.
And then you see you need to like push the cart over to where the toolbox is because you have to climb onto the cart. And then they don't want me to show me dying, but she found me.
Tell me it eats you, dude.
She gets a bite. She gets a nice bite.
And it's like pretty graphic, pretty brutal. Does it cut away?
Well, I
blood?
mean,
like, do you see?
You can take a bite and like not be dead yet.
Yeah.
You like and need.
But
to
when
heal.
you died, was it like a classic Resident Evil 4 levels?
So the time that I died, I didn't have that. I kind of bled out.
Okay.
So I don't know if like if she gets like the last chunk, that maybe it would be more extreme.
Yeah. Because those Resident Evil 4 deaths are just so iconic.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what was funny though is the first time, because I was panicking, like I actually managed to. Well, first she had smacked the cart into the right place for me to climb on it. So then I climbed up on it and like went for the toolbox.
And that wasn't scripted. That was like real time. She kind of just like hit it and it happened to land there.
Yeah.
Cool.
But then what was funny is like when I went to the toolbox, it basically like froze everything else that was happening. So I was like able to like do the thing where like moving the toolbox around and like examining it. Get the screwdriver out.
Yeah, it's like
But then as soon as I came out, it's like, oh, she's still right there.
Yeah.
And then I died and had to come back and try again. And this when I was trying again, I was like trying so hard not to make too much noise. And like you see her go by and like, oh crap. And I'm like, maybe I can hide.
Same.
And then you hear her start sniffing and like, I'm not gonna be able to hide, am I?
Awesome.
And then at some point I like went back. I got away from her and I got into the light, and then there's a storm. The light freaking goes out. I'm like, oh, there goes my safety. Great.
Classic.
So I'm like, now I'm shuffling around trying to get back, and then she like smashes out of the door. I'm like, okay. Going back up, go over here somewhere else. And then...
Could you Damiani cheese this and just keep running to like a lit room? Or was there no light in any room at this point because of the storm?
Well, there were places, but then she would you would be walking towards light, and then she would like come out the ceiling.
And guard it.
And be like walking towards you, and like, oh crap. And so I like kind of sneak my way through, listening for where she's at. And then I kind of like started to work my way back around. And like when I thought she was in the room, I was like, okay, then I threw a bottle. And then I went around to the other room, but then that light went out. Classic. But I'm like, okay, I'm just like, okay, as quickly as I can, unscrew that fuse, get to the end, and then they don't want me to show what happened at the end.
Yeah.
So it was pretty, again, like your Pursuer, Mr. X stuff.
Yeah.
But it was pretty intense. Feeling just having that thing stalking around and listening to it. I did try out swapping to third person because they were saying you could do first person or third person.
Yep.
Right now I prefer first person.
That was my
It feels a little
take.
Claustrophobic with your body in there.
Yeah, 100% my take, just even from the little demo that we saw, was that first person was the intent, but third person was also viable. I feel like if there is a twist where you're
just
play
looking at so much stuff up close and looking for those details.
And just that immersive horror atmosphere. Like the pace of the demo I saw was very much like, this is a first person section. If for some reason you change into another character that's more gung-ho, or if Grace starts going full Ripley, shooting everyone, then maybe on some of those parts, I'll be like, oh, let's go third person here for some combat sections. But if it's like intimate, crawling around, sneaking around, you versus one freako, that stuff is very much first person. But I just love that you can swap, because I know that is a really big sticking point for a lot of people is, they're adamant about like, oh, I just like third person so much more. Whereas me, it's kind of just like I love both, and it's just whatever's in the moment, you know.
Yeah.
So it's cool that you can do both. I really like it, and it felt nice to just swap. It felt easy.
You have to go to the menu and just swap to the other mode, and then
it's pretty fast.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
The two things that I didn't really care for was with the lighter, like it just like really like makes her hair like radioactive looking, like just like blasting like headlights at you kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, which I thought was a little bit weird, is I felt like when I was running away in third person, she had a tendency to like stumble and stuff more, which is kind of neat from an animation perspective, but it's also like I didn't feel like that happening as much in first person. And so it's just like, that's like is that actually like a detriment to be in third person? Is there actually like a physical difference in like how she...
Honestly, I'd be okay with that, Blood, because third person, you can famously like peek around corners.
Just like it feels, but it feels like
give
she's
us a little.
Yeah, it feels like she's gonna fall over sometimes.
Yeah,
it's like she stumbles so much. Yeah,
weird.
But yeah, so interesting. And like I said, can't say what happens at the end, but it definitely like leaves you and it's like, oh, yeah,
sick,
yeah,
sick.
Like,
so hype, man.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
So we'll see. That's out early next year.
Oh my god, it's crazy, dude.
So
especially just coming off of 7 and 8 and 2 and 3 and 4. I mean, they're out of control, man. They can't miss. You know, criticism.
Oh, there's something they said at the very end. Where is it? They had like a little text thing come up at the end of the demo. This is merely the overture to our darkest symphony.
That's sick. That's sick. I wonder if that's like a Capcom quote or like a villain quote from the game. You know? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't presented as a quote, but just some text on the screen.
That's cool.
After what happens at the end. Yep.
Yeah. I'm excited. It sounds like they're going full on horror over action. You know what I mean? Because like, especially coming off of 4 Remake, I mean, that is an action game in every sense of the word.
Right. And
even Village was a little more action oriented than 7. So just from this first gameplay snippet, Blood, I'm really hoping that it is like that quote says, you know, their darkest symphony. They're just full on scariest Resident Evil. That'd be such a good way to end this, 1 through 9 saga. If it is, it kind of feels like the end of a saga, just because it's 9, maybe because I grew up with Star Wars. I don't know.
It's strange because it's like, in a way, like Village felt like it was ending like that arc, right?
The Ethan Winters arc, for sure.
Whereas now it's like it sort of feels like it's still continuing that. With the first person, even though there's a third person option, it still feels very much in line with these last 2 games.
Definitely feels like the end of something and the beginning of something at the same time.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Sick.
And like I said, we're gonna get him on the show floor playing the same demos that I played, but we'll get his takes when we get back for the podcast. Thank you for watching. We are Easy Allies. We got more Gamescom stuff coming very soon. So be sure to watch our channel for that, and be sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we are independent, supported by folks just like you. So go to patreon.com/easyallies, chip in $5, and keep this thing rolling. Thank you.